parts of central Ontario are still digging out this morning from a weekend wallop of snow. Part of a highway is still closed.
This is the most snow I've seen in the 27 years that I've lived here in such a short period of time.
Hundreds of travelers were trapped on Highway 11 for hours, many without food or water. Gravenhurst was hit with 140 centimeters of snow. It's now under a state of emergency. Bracebridge saw 125 centimeters. Over 25,000 hydro customers are still without power, and Environment Canada warns some areas could get more than 30 centimeters of snow by tomorrow. With me now is Rick Maloney. He's the mayor of Bracebridge. Mayor, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us. So Bracebridge declared a significant weather event. What does that mean? What's going on outside?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, Marcia. I will say that the significant snow event just allows us to not follow the minimum maintenance standards for road maintenance and allows us to focus on all the primary roads in the town of Bracebridge to ensure that we can get traffic flowing, emergency vehicles moving. I will say that we're still in that state right now. However, we're making very good progress. My understanding is that our public works staff have been able to get to pretty much every road in the urban part of town and the rural areas. And they're starting to do that second run through those roads at this point. So the weather's held out for us for the last 24 hours, and it looks like we're in good shape for the next 24 hours. So that'll allow us to play catch up. We still don't have sidewalks cleared. That's going to be a challenge for us, of course, with the volume of snow we've had. And so things are progressing on the positive side since the last couple of days.
Are schools closed today?
Yes, schools are closed around Muskoka, all schools in Muskoka. Obviously, school buses can't get out onto the roads, and obviously we want to make sure that people are safe, so no school.
Talk to us about the force of the snow and how quickly it came upon you. Did it take residents, did it take you by surprise?
I think that we had good advance that we're getting a storm, but you never know what that looks like until it actually happens. And, over that 48-hour period, a meter of snow across the region. And that was compounded as well by the closure of Highway 11 and the resources that were required to get folks off the road, evacuate folks from Highway 11 and get them into Gravenhurst. And tow those vehicles off the road. My understanding as an update is that the OPP has a degree of confidence that they'll be able to open up Highway 11 today. So they've made good progress in the last 24 hours in getting vehicles off the road and getting snow cleared.
And last question about the power situation. How long will it take before it's back on for everyone?
Well, it's all hands on deck from Ontario Hydro and our local utility provider, Lakeland Power. They've are using resources from across the region and from corners of southern Ontario and eastern Ontario as well. The challenge with the highway closure was that a lot of equipment couldn't get marshaled up the highway, but they've been doing yeoman's work in trying to restore power. Personally, myself, I'm on generator, have been on generator for the last 4 days. And we expect that perhaps our power in the rural part of Bracebridge will be back on in the next 24 hours.
24 hours. Rick Maloney is the mayor of Bracebridge, Ontario. Mr. Mayor, thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us. We're thinking of everyone in your community.